So I guess what I'm saying is I find that like just that tells us more about your character than you may even realize, just in terms of like how you started with music, because had access to tapes and shit. Other people just had radio and their parents were not into music at all, so there was nothing going on in their households. And then you start seeing this shit and it's like, yo, those people end up being the weirdo artists. And then you start seeing these little patterns and shit, so it's fucking nifty. But I'm curious.
Okay, let me add to this. No, this is the perfect venture, because as soon as I get into grade 7 and I'm in summer school, the Panasonic CD players just came out. One of my boys, like that I met in summer school, had the Panasonic CD player with Nas, the Message album. I think it was Illmatic. And I used to fucking love it. And I used to give him weed and cigarettes to borrow the CD player so I can listen to that shit, because my parents couldn't afford that shit for me while I was in high school. So I must have gotten one in like grade 9. But that's when like CDs came out and shit.
Yeah,
that's how much it meant to me.
That's amazing, because it's kind of tied into like what was going to come next anyway. Because basically the beginning part is, I was curious about nu metal though, because you said as a kid you got into nu metal. How did that happen? Like, what was it like in Korn and all that? I think you said, or Limp Bizkit?
I think I went to school, like I grew up in Celeron, and in grade 5 I moved to Kirkland. And when you go to Beacon Hill, a bunch of white people, because people be trying to say I'm white and shit because I speak all articulate, whatever, shit. But like, yo, you go to fucking white school, that's what they do. They play fucking big shiny tunes and shit like that.
Yeah, that is what we do. I know that.
They play fucking Oasis and Our Lady Peace and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. Prodigy shit.
No, but even that, dude, big shiny tunes. A lot of people gonna resonate with that, right? Because I know big shiny
Probably
tunes.
Not.
No, dude. Yeah. Well, anybody in Canada. Me and my girlfriend talk about big shiny tunes, and the other one, Much That. Because it's the opposite. All the hip hop she got was from the fucking rap one that came out. Like I don't remember.
There was MC Mario. There's MC Mario's fucking every year.
Much Vibe.
The Macarena.
Or something like that.
There's Much Vibe. Yeah, Much Vibe, MC Mario, and Big Shiny Tunes, bro.
But there was also, anyway, there was one that was like the counterpart. Anyway, one of those came out. I remember it had like, that, what would you do if your son was at home? Like that album there. I just remember that shit so vividly. So I think most people in our age group grew up with that shit, and it just kind of stuff. Even Willie knows about Big Shiny Tunes. It's just kind of people know what this is, man. If you're in Canada, if you're not in Canada,
white folk music. That's right.
It is what it is. but like at the end of the day, if you're not in Canada, maybe you don't know what it is. But that's still part of shit we grew up with. These kind of coalition whatever, these discs were actually really like significant to a lot of our pop music culture. So capturing these things and having these conversations are great for me, because they remind me of shit I forgot about, and great for all of us because we can all remember together. And it's cool because
the fuck is that? What's that shit? Barbie, fuck. I'm
Aqua.
Your Barbie girl, Len, all that fucking.
Oh my gosh, steal my sunshine.
All that fucking Sugar Ray, white people fucking. Bro, it was around me, but then eventually rap came around. I think the first 3 albums I ever bought in rap was Jay-Z, Hard Knocks Volume 2, Busta Rhymes Flip Mode Squad, and the DMX is Hot in Hell in Here. I bought them all at the same time.
So what got you to the point where like you're like, I'm gonna go listen to rap and start buying this shit?
That's a good question. So I guess at some point I started realizing I like to freestyle. I like beats.
And how old are you for that?
How
old are you when you realized that?
I think I started freestyling when I was 14. So I definitely bought the albums whenever in that range, maybe at the end of grade 6, whenever they came out, I had them. But like those were the influences, like listening to DMX, raw DMX, like I had every DMX album ever. Like, like when I used to buy albums, those were like an album I was buying.
Okay,
like
I got a question. Was your voice this deep back then, and was that part of it? Were you like, DMX has this voice, my voice is this, they just go together?
People act like my voice has been deep. this whole time. Like they're like, yeah, when you're 12, you sounded like that, you know. But like, it is what it is. I guess like I've been smoking since I was 12, so that's a long time, you know.
You
But I
know,
don't know how much.
you're not the first one to say that to me about the smoking voice. But you know what's crazy about the smoking voice? I mean, it's probably like fucking unhealthy and nobody should encourage it. But it sounds fucking great on radio.
Yeah, I guess me. Yeah, I get a coincidence. I don't know if you ever heard of the radio guy, like something Hunkman Jack. He was like a radio in like the 1950s, and everyone's like, "You sound like him," like multiple older people. And I went and listened to him. He does fucking sound like me, man. Hankman Jack or something. He very, very like the most popular DJ radio guy in like the 50s.
And you know what? It's good to know that that exists because I'm all about music history. So I'm very curious. I'm going to go bump that after.
Yeah,
But you know what?
well, radio history.
It's music too. I mean, to me, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
kind of
music.
like correlated. I mean, you're right. In the big entertainment media history is a better way to frame it. Media history.